welcome back to our YouTube channel.
I'm Millie.
And I'm Cristina.
And we're your K-12 Recruitment and Development Directors
for Raíces Retention and Recruitment Center.
Welcome back to Day 2.
Today we're going to be giving you a virtual tour, since we would be giving you one during senior weekend, but due to COVID-19, we want to prioritize your health and safety, so we're going to do it through a screen.
We're going to start off by doing a land acknowledgement.
In addition to the land acknowledgement, we also want to bring up the idea of performative politics. Aside from doing land acknowledgements in spaces you're in, you also need to sit back, examine, think about your relationship to the land you're on, the people to whom it belongs, and how you're benefiting from it. A lot of ways to do this is to talk to your families, get to know what land you're on, not only on campus, but at home. Visit the link here.
Welcome to Sproul Plaza. This is where we would have began our tour.
A lot of you may be wondering, why is it called Sproul Plaza, or also known as Upper Sproul? That's because right here is Sproul Hall. Inside Sproul Hall, you can find the Office of Undergraduate Admissions, the Office of the Graduate Admissions, Financial Aid, and
counselors.
A lot of this is open to the public. Actually, all of it's open to the public, right? It's all open to the public. And Millie, who works in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions, is going to share a little bit more about it with you.
So it's kind of cool. There's a lot of history inside Sproul. There's a lot of pictures you can come and see with your family. As Tina stated, I am a student advisor with the Office of Undergraduate Admissions, and so we're there to just answer your questions, whether that be in person, via phone, via contact us. So if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to call.
You can also walk in person, get a free flyer, request to see somebody regarding your financial aid package, anything having to do with distribution of scholarships. They can help you out in there.
Yes, so now just a little bit about Sproul Plaza in itself. This is where you will always see the sprouling folks, the tablers, the folks who are really passionate about their orgs. As you can see, a couple tents right here, right here. This is where you'll always find clubs, whether that be Greek life, academic, social clubs. They're all here to invite you, to flyer you down while you're trying to just get to class, get out of class. A lot of folks after a while are avoiding the area, or they'll put their headphones in full blast. So you can never say that we didn't try to sprout you down.
They do a lot of recruitment for sports, for intramural sports, for concerts, and any type of big event. You can usually find people advertising around here.
Yeah, tickets for shows that the school's putting on, anything really.
We also do tabling in the fall semester and in the spring semester. So hopefully you'll see us on campus in the fall with our table to learn more about not only our intern class, but our organization and other programming that we host.
And lastly, one thing that's on this plaza is our Golden Bear Cafe, which would have been here. And so Golden Bear Cafe is just a little shop that has quesadillas, burritos, like a make your own bowl, a smoothie, pizza, and you can use your meal points if you would like, and you can also just pay cash or pay with your card.
Yep, so now we're gonna head down to Lower Sproul. So see you there. We're back.
Lower Sproul.
There are two ways to access Lower Sproul from Upper Sproul. One of them is going through MLK, which is a building directly in front of Sproul Hall through an elevator, or you can use a ramp or the stairs.
So now we've come down. We usually would have made you sit somewhere over here
facing us.
Yeah. And so this is where we would tell you what is in Lower Sproul. You're always going to see skaters in Lower Sproul, always. They're always going to be getting in your way too, even when they see you walking. But anyways, what matters, right? So as Cristina has mentioned, MLK would have been on this side, right here.
Yeah, that one.
We would have been in MLK, or you would have seen it. This is where the bottom floor has a ton of, there's a student store, first of all. You want to buy some cute gear, and then there's also like food places. So if you're hungry on campus, this is not part of the meal plan, however, so you would have to pay cash. Or you can also use your Cal1 card and just load money on there.
Another thing is that there's a lot of space for you to study, not just on the bottom floor, but the floor above. On the second floor is also the MCC, or the Multicultural Community Center. This space is student-led, student-ran, and student-initiated. All of the programming is done by dedicated students of color, and they also work in conjunction with other organizations such as us. They bring a lot of outside people to give talks, they have a lot of events, You can always find some of us studying in there. It's a really great place. It's a safe space to hang out, to do homework, to get resources. They offer you free testing materials, free menstrual products. They also have water in there. They're really there for you. Oh, they also let you print up to 10 pages a day for free. They also, if you double side it, it can be 20. What else do we have to mention about this space?
During R&R week, which is the week before finals, we don't have any classes, right? And so something that I always value is that the MCC teams up with Bridges and all our RRCs, and we try to always have food there.
So they do extended hours for folks during RRR week, and RRR week is an alternative to Dead Week. It stands for Rest, Review, and Recitation, I think. And so during this time, the MCC is gracious enough to extend its hours until midnight, so students have a safe place on campus to study with food and free testing materials.
Yes, and then if you go 2 floors above to the 4th floor, you're going to see our amazing Bridges space. So this is where all the RRCs are currently. It's not a permanent space, but we're there now. So if you visited any of the other RRCs and their programming, and you're interested in someone else or in ours, this is where you can find us. Most of us also have wellness products, testing materials, and any resources that you'd like.
And again, that's on 4th floor MLK.
So now if we move our shift to the building you're facing now, this is our Student Learning Center, otherwise known as the SLC. So you'll know and you'll see that there's a lot of abbreviations throughout this tour.
The Student Learning Center, or SLC, is in 2 floors. It also occupies different offices that are right on the corner of it.
So like right here, we would have our transfer center, and then right here, there you go. And then if you go through these doors right here, and you go straight through, you would meet our EOP, which stands for our Education Opportunities Program, which is for first-gen, low-income,
otherwise marginalized students. And they do a lot of different services. They help you understand financial aid packages. They help you understand academic letters or wording, because we can all get caught up in how confusing it can be. They also have EOP counselors, which they are trained specifically to deal with students of color and the issues that surround not only us being students, but as a community. It's all free.
Yeah, and this is counseling for anything. This is mental health, academics, just normal counseling, professional development. They do a lot. Appreciate you know who you are.
Yes.
All right, and then if you go up the stairs, you will also see kind of why it's called the Student Learning Center as well, because we have all our tutoring services in here. You can find English tutors, math tutors,
social science, humanities, a tutor for anything. Again, it's all completely free.
And you can also visit their website online to look at more details as to what they do, how to contact a tutor, how to get in a study group. I really appreciated this my first year. I'm a political science major, and I found that they have some intro kind of study groups already there. And so I really enjoyed this study group. It was folks that I had never met before. And it's also kind of cool because if you are passionate about teaching, this can also be a paid job. You can pay to start your own tutoring group and things like that, which is pretty dope.
We're going to go ahead and bring you inside so you see what it looks like.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Sorry, these stairs are so confusing. Welcome back.
Here we are inside. As you can see, it's pretty full, right? Like you got people sitting there. I would be sitting like right here. And so this is what the insides would look like. They really divide up in walls. I haven't been in this in a cool minute. They divide it up in walls, so you'll see statistics or like math, English. I had an English tutor. She was the sweetest thing. Read my papers, helped me just think about my thought process and things like that. And you could do this weekly, bi-weekly. That's what I really enjoyed.
The SLC also offers tutoring services that are in group or one-on-one. So as you can see, the back is probably for larger classes such as Introduction to Math or Introduction to Psychology. Any type of intro class usually is larger. If you need specific help with writing, with reviewing, you can meet one-on-one with a tutor as well, which you'll see closer to the stairs how students are meeting one-on-one.
This is also a space that some teachers may hold office hours because they want you to also be very present in the space. So that's one thing I like, because you don't worry about like walking in or can I find their office. They'll just be sitting somewhere and you just kind of go, glance, have that awkward like, oh, we see each other, and then walk towards. Very, very use space. I think it's pretty much, there's always people in there, so you would also want to make sure that you're utilizing only the space you need.
Upstairs, you can find a lot of different types of offices for student development. For example, the Chicano Latino Student Development Office.
And they also have their own description that we'll be including in our video for tomorrow.
Visit their link down below.
Hello!
Wow. Now we're in front of Dwinell Hall.
So we walked from where we were in Sprout Plaza down
the path through Say the Gate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have a picture of Say the Gate, but we'll include one on our way back. So in Say the Gate, right, you walk straight, and then you're going to make a left. And then you'll see this building, and you're like, 3 floors. She is beautiful.
Like
because you disappeared.
Like this.
You still disappeared.
Like this.
So you'd be like, she's 3 floors. She's beautiful. She look nice.
She
and
looks
pretty.
even. She looks easy to manage.
But little do you know that this is
the most complicated building on campus.
So you'd walk in, right, straight here. You'd be like, yippee, yippee. And there's 2 big lecture halls. And you're like, all right, but my lecture isn't that big. I just have discussion in here, actually. So now you're like, I need to get to 2231. And then you're like, hey, where are you headed? And then this person's like, B32. And you're like, huh?
Anyway, what Millie's trying to say is that Dwinell Hall is infamous for getting students lost. I myself am victim to this, and that's because, like Millie mentioned, if your class is in 237 and you're like, okay, I'm kind of lost. Oh, look, there's 234, and you walk towards it. There might be 237 nearby, or there might be 756. There's 2 stories behind this, and one of the versions of the stories is that 2 brothers were hired by the university to engineer the building. They fell in love with the same girl. Never good. And so because they were beefing with each other, they decided, you know what, let's, just mess it all up. And so to get back at one another, they purposely engineered it so that it would be confusing.
So it's like they didn't come back together to be like, this is final plans or something. So the left side of the room is like 3 floors, but the right side of the building is like 7.
Yeah, which you can't see from this angle, but if you go to the other side of Dwinell, you'll be able to see that it is 3 stories, and then you look this way, and all of a sudden it's 7. See you at the next spot.
Let's disappear.